sit at the beach, watching the sunset come down, drinking your Corona or your margarita. And not quite, people, not quite. But in this video, I'm going to give you some AI strategies, AI tools that can help you take off or get rid of a lot of the heavy lifting related to the short-term rental business, right? So, I mean, I fully understand that there's still a lot of you out there that are manually texting guests even at 3 in the morning. So I'm going to give you the necessary tools that you can implement into your business so that you don't have to do that. And the power of AI, especially today, will 100% change the way you operate if you implement what I'm about to talk about in your day-to-day operations. So let's talk first about operations. And the first thing in operations that I want to talk about is dynamic pricing. There's a lot of tools out there that you can use for dynamic pricing, but let me get you to think this way, right? If hotels, airlines, car rentals all use some type of pricing software to help them generate more revenue, then the FBI calls that a clue, and a clue that you should follow or take into account, right? So, I've said this a long time. If you follow this channel a lot, you're gonna recognize what I'm about to say. The days of just setting a static rate are things of the past. And what I want to do is make sure that you are operating not only optimally, but operating in 2025, not what was happening in 2010, 2012, etc. So get some type of pricing software, whether it's PriceLab, Wheelhouse, AirDNA, doesn't matter, as long as it's some type of pricing software that will analyze your property and base those rates on data, on demand, on seasonality, on trends, etc. Now, let's move on to home security and smart homes, because this is an area in which I believe that you can take advantage of AI or smart tools to save you money and operate efficiently. So, for example, think about this. If you're in this business a long time, I'm sure this story will resonate. Having a guest show up at your property, open all the windows, leaves the door open, and sets the AC at 60, and then the next day you get a phone call because the AC unit is frozen. If it hasn't happened to you, it only means two things. Either you're implementing the tools I'm about to talk about, or you haven't been in business long enough, because it will happen, people. So here's some of the smart tools that I highly recommend you add to your property. Noise detectors. Today's noise detectors are also dubbed smoke, like cigarette smoke, cigar smoke, marijuana smoke detectors as well. They can tell you if someone is smoking inside the house. They can tell you how many people are in the house, but based on the amount of devices that are connected to the Wi-Fi. They can tell you about the humidity, meaning, so for example, if my humidity increases a lot, it tells me one or two things. It tells me either they left the door open again and the AC on, which is creating a lot of humidity, or there's an issue with the AC. And I want to go ahead and send my maintenance team out there to check on that before it becomes a problem. So that's one tool. Next tool will be like a smart lock, right? Smart locks that will allow you to, especially if you can integrate your smart lock to your PM system, it will allow you to generate these new codes without you having to do that and send those codes to your guests. And then the last one is not the last one, but another one will be the thermostat. Having a smart thermostat. That smart thermostat that you can operate on your phone, that you can put a lock on it, You can put a range on it that'll detect the issue that I just talked about. That's another great tool to have. And now the last one will be, and I'm sure there's more, but these are just the big ones. Now it's going to be some kind of camera. Now, cameras on the exterior, because we don't want cameras on the interior, but a camera that will help provide some kind of not only security for you and your property, but for your guests. So those are really important tools for operations. And then the last tool for operations that I'm going to talk about, which is really, really big, really important, is AI messages and chat boxes, right? So there's no more, if you're currently doing this, you're really wasting a lot of time. And know it takes a lot of work, and that's just typing like messages, hi, here's your Wi-Fi information. And if you're doing that manually, you're doing that every reservation, which could be hundreds of times in a year, right? That should be automated. Now, today's AI automation, as it relates to guest communication, has really taken a big leap forward. Because today you can have AI actually serve as your customer service rep. For example, we use AI, and our AI generates answers to questions from our guests. In addition to that, our AI capability is tied to our digital guidebooks. And the better the digital guidebook, the better the responses from my AI. Our AI messaging has gotten so good that it actually answers messages better than my staff can and have in the past, right? Because it's instantaneous. They take emotion out of it. I did a whole video on this topic on guest communication, so I recommend you look for more details. But in summary, AI doesn't have any emotion. So when you have a guest that is an asshole, because there's a lot of guests that are out there that are really pains in the butt, and there's a lot of guests that are super entitled, that can really get under someone's skin. And again, if you can probably tell by the way I'm reacting to this, this is why I hire that out, and I will never be part of guest relations because I don't have the patience for this. But they take the emotions out of it. So they'll reply, in a friendly, courteous, and very responsive manner to guest messaging. Same thing with chat boxes. And then the other big thing is that they can be on 24/7. You can actually eliminate a shift if you are operating guest services for 24/7 around the clock. You can actually eliminate, like, for example, we eliminate the midnight shift. We don't need the midnight shift because our AI bots can handle the work, and the stuff that they can't handle could wait to the morning. So let's move on and sticking with guests, but now let's go on to the sales side of the house. And what I'm going to be talking about is AI for guest retention and attraction, which is just as important, right? So there are AI tools that will help you optimize your listings and your photos. So for example, a top AI tool can take your listing and help you write your description better. It can, there's copyright listings or AI tools out there that can really, really write some phenomenal listing descriptions. Now, the only thing I caution you on with this component is don't ever oversell, right? I like to undersell or minimize the expectations and then over deliver. The worst thing you can do, and again, I just talked about guests, the customer service area in terms of, or customer service in general, I like to explain it this way. Today's world, it's completely different than 10 years ago. Today's customer really, for whatever reason, has been emboldened, feels entitled, and they feel they can say or do anything because they're paying you, right? So be careful when you oversell something, and be careful when you set expectations that you can't meet, or at the very least, you know it's going to be very difficult to meet. So make it easy on yourself. Don't oversell a property. And then when the guests there, exceed what the expectations are. You know, I like to consider it a lot of these AI tools that can analyze your photo, can create a listing caption for each photo, as AI Tinder for Airbnb, right? You know, you want somebody to swipe right, right? Or whatever the way is, right or left, but you want somebody to swipe in your favor. And the way to do that is by utilizing a lot of these AI tools to better enhance and optimize your listings and your photos. Now, you can use these AI, there's also AI tools that you can use, like, for example, Meta Ad Manager, Google Performance Max, are two AI tools that can help you market your property to the exact customer that you're looking for. Those that like you, those that have operated with you. You can use that. You can use a CRM system with AI capability to also stay in touch, communicate, interact with guests or potential guests. Can't tell you how important it is. Again, if you follow my channel, you know who we are and what we're about. One of the things that separates us from other companies is our marketing. We place a very heavy emphasis on marketing. And why? Because without customers, we have no business, right? You can have the best listing in the world, the best property with the best amenities. But if no one knows about it, no one's going to book it. So there has to be a very heavy emphasis on marketing. And today it's become easier. Now, I'm going to pitch ourselves again here. If this is overwhelming, if trying to grow your business, then don't spend a lot of time there, meaning you personally don't spend a lot of time in marketing and in this optimization. You need to hire a company that specializes in this, like us, right? Very, very important. Now, it's a very good time for me to quickly show you the following. One quick second.
Imagine a vacation where every detail is tailored just for you. That's the Dream Vacations and Rentals by PMI difference. We're not just another rental company. We're your personal vacation curators focused on you, our guest. From hand-picked properties to curated local experiences, we craft personalized journeys. Our marketing reaches you with the perfect options, matching your unique travel style. With Dream Vacations and Rentals by PMI, your perfect getaway is just a click away. Visit our website to book your dream vacation today and experience the PMI difference.
All right, guys, just a quick promo. Again, our company, we're a full service company. We're a travel agency, we're a marketing company, and we're a management company all in one. So we're a one-stop shop. If you have a property, if you're a traveler and you're looking to find unique destinations, you're looking to save on travel, then hit us up. Now, let's move on to news, right? Here's another great way. AI can analyze past guest behavior and predict what future guests want. Basically, your AI is going to be like a psychic, right? But with data instead of a crystal ball, right? Data today is one of the most valuable assets that people have. Hence why all these companies, Amazon, Google, YouTube, Meta, all these companies are in the data business. They buy and sell data. You know, they want as much data as possible so they can predict what you're going to buy, what property you're going to book. We talked about, again, if you follow the channel, I did a whole segment, Airbnb's new approach to how people search their property. Today, Airbnb is using AI and analytics to present properties that they believe you're going to book. In the past, the way it worked was based on how the host would optimize their listing based on rating. There was a lot of things that the host was able to do to be front of mind, meaning to be in the first page or to uh, present their property to a potential guest. Today, Airbnb took that away from the host. Today, it's all about the guest. So, for example, if you have a tendency to visit Miami or tropical areas or warm areas, Airbnb is only going to show you that unless you put a specific filter to change that search. If you have a tendency to book apartments, they're going to show you apartments. If you have a tendency to book homes with pools, they're going to show you homes with pools. So they're using AI to put the product in front of you, right? So as a host, take advantage of AI to predict what your past guests are looking to book and market to them specifically. Very, very important. Now, the last thing, the second to the last thing I want to talk about is automation, right? There's a lot of AI tools that you can be using, like Zapper, to automate your operations side of the house, meaning your workflow, right? If you're using Zapper, you can make everything work together. I'm going to give you an example. Your guest book, your house cleaning schedule, your maintenance schedule. Zapper can synchronize all these things together. Now, your PMS system can do the same. Depends on the capability of your PMS system, but that can happen. But know that you can take an extra step or use an extra tool like Zapper so that you can synchronize everything. Because again, I know there's a lot of people out there that are managing properties without a PMS system. And I guarantee you, if you're doing this long enough, there's been times where you forgot to schedule a maintenance, where you forgot to schedule a cleaning, where you forgot to send the guest the code to and the Wi-Fi, etc. So again, I want to take you from the past and bring you into the future and help you run your business like a true professional in 2025. The next powerful AI tool that I want to talk about that's out there is based on reviews and reputation management. There are AI tools that can analyze and respond reviews instantly, right? And I'm talking about in real time. Now, there is a caveat here. If you know anything about AI, AI learns from you. AI tries to mimic you. So if you are an aggressive host, if you are one of those people that that are not ashamed to say what you're thinking, you may be a little careful here. Because, for example, you may get a guess or AI may become too real, and you may get a guest that writes to you and say, hey, the bed isn't comfortable, and AI may reply something like, we regret that you didn't like the bed, but next time bring your own, right? Something like that. But it can go overboard and it can be that granular. So just be careful what data and how you're teaching your AI. Now, AI can also be your virtual assistant or an assistant, but without the salary, right? So imagine, virtual assistant telling your guest the best pizza place, the best place to get a coffee for breakfast, dinner, movie tickets, all that is available today with a lot of tools. Now, I talked about how we have a digital guidebook. Our digital guidebook, it's AI based and does just that. A guest can go in there and ask for what's the closest restaurant, the closest movie theater, the closest shopping center, what's the best coffee, the best pizza place. And our digital guidebook will reply with just that based on those needs, right? So again, you need to be looking into and researching this. Now, I'm going to repeat what I said earlier. If all of this is overwhelming, and it probably is for the great majority of you, if it is, then and you need help growing your business, then again, reach out to us, hire us, let us co-host with you, or let us manage your property and let us coach you on how to better maximize your talents, because you can't wear all hats. You're not going to be good at everything. Like, and I talked about my story. I am not very good in operations, specifically with guest services. I'm not good. I don't have the patience for that. I'm very good at marketing and sales. So my first hire was, and my first employee was an operations manager that handled all the day-to-day and again, you don't have to actually, if you don't have the money to hire someone, it's going to be much cheaper for you to hire a company like us, for us to handle your operations, because it won't be any money out of your pocket. We will take our money based on the revenue we generate for you. So again, you want more details on it, then DM me that. Now, let's quickly recap what I just talked about. AI can run your operations. It can bring guests in, and it can make you look like a hospitality genius. In addition to that, AI, based on, depending on how you build it, can truly make your life 100, if not 1,000 times easier by taking out all the minutia or the little annoying things that you have to do on day to day. Plus, AI doesn't make the mistakes that you do, because AI isn't human, right? So they won't make a lot of the mistakes that we do, like forgetting to send out a code, like forgetting to schedule a cleaning or a maintenance. Hugely important. Now, I hope this information was useful. If it was, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Follow me on Instagram. Buy me a coffee if you want to have a conversation. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one.